Hello and welcome to another episode of Last Orders. BTC failing yet again to get past that crucial monthly resistance of 25.2k. We're here on the weekly time frame, as you can see, a second rejection 2 weeks in a row, and not a great looking weekly candle forming either going into the weekend. If we look at the daily, BTC hanging on to that 23.8k daily level, which is the range high. So basically, if we close back inside here, this could all be just a big deviation, and we could be trending back down to the range lows and that monthly level support at 21.5k. But we'll have to see how it goes. So far, the level holding their support, as you can see, the fourth time we're testing it in the past 5 days. Not closed below it yet. So yeah, we'll see what happens. Apart from this quick little in and out we had on the 16th and 17th of Feb, which is a bit of a weird price action, but as you can see, 3 or 4 tests of 25.2k now. We finally had a strong rejection off, and as I say, could be deviating back into the range. So some potential bearish price action to come. If we take a look at Ethereum, it's done a little deviation of the range itself. Couldn't get past its own monthly resistance of 1721, and as you can see on the daily time frame, we've got this clearly defined range here. Range high about 1660 to 1670, range low about 1500 to 1510. As you can see, deviated, bounced off resistance, and now we've come back inside the range, and that range high is now acting as resistance again. So I'm thinking both BTC and ETH looking for lower prices in the short term at least. So we'll have to see how it goes. Obviously, no traditional markets over the weekend, which has been dragging crypto down. If we take a look at ES, which is the S&P futures, looking like we're heading down to that 3963 weekly level support we highlighted on Monday. It's almost been a straight line this week. If we go down to the daily, we lost the 4110 daily level support and look to be heading, as I say, straight down to that 3963. Potential bounce area here between 3963 weekly support and this daily level at 3936 as well. So keep an eye on that. But looking at the alts to watch this week, so they've all had a reject. Well, apart from ZIL actually, which I'll come on to last, all rejecting their higher time frame weekly resistances, as you can see. ADA rejecting this sort of 40 cents area and heading back down. Avax again goes to the weekly, nice little rejection from 21, about 21ish, and again not a great looking weekly candle. We go down to the daily, as you can see, past 3 days just tagged the top of that weekly area of resistance and rejecting. And then near as well, we talked about this weekly resistance at $2.58, where these candle closes have been. We spiked up early in the week and then rejected, as you can see. If we go to the daily as well, this weekly level of resistance is also the top of a daily range. Another deviation play back inside the range and now trading lower. On the Earn While You Learn program in our Learning Crypto Premium, we've entered trades on all 3 of these, ADA, AVAX and NEAR, all running in profit, all stop losses to break even for the weekend. So if you want to check that out, we do have a free trial in the link below. So yeah, feel free to go check that out. Finally, ZIL, the other one I said to look out for. I'm not sure what is propping ZIL up, but it just keeps being resilient to any drops in the market, keeps grinding up. As you can see, it's looking likely that it closes this weekly candle above this resistance here, around 3.2 cents. And if we go to the daily, the level I told you to look out for is this 0.034. It's actually flipped it as support, as you can see, and held it. Look at these wicks, really crazy price action on ZIL. As I say, a lot of wicks, a lot of volatility. However, as you can see by today's daily candle, is coming back down for another test of this daily level. So the more times it's tested, the more likely it's going to break. If we do see a daily close below this 0.034 level, I would say that's a pretty decent short entry deviation. And over the course of the weekend, you might see it come back down into this weekly resistance, which would then obviously mean a weekly candle close at resistance, which would be fairly bearish. So I think that's a really good risk reward trade. If it, as I say, if we do get that daily close below, because then your invalidation is simply just a close back above. So yeah, something to keep an eye on for you weekend traders, if any of you like to do that. Personally, I like to stay out of the market at the weekends, but that's just me and you know, my schedule. But yeah, in terms of what's happening over the weekend, I would say definitely watch out for BTC closing below 23.8. ETH, if it remains below this 1660 level, and then the alts I've just mentioned. So, as I said last week, don't spend all your time watching the charts of the weekend. Get out, do stuff, because the markets will always be here on Monday, and I will be here to cover everything you need to know for the rest of the week going into next week. So, have a good weekend, and we will catch you on Monday.